podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in and I can assure you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bring in all the big guns when we coming through. Welcome to the stage. Come on, enjoy the cast. Hurry up, don't come in last. You know we love it the same respect.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. I am one of just 2 hosts today, Christian Cordes.
Two today. I am Michael Zapsik. We're missing the lovely and talented Julia Zapsik,
The
but
wonderful and amazing.
she is fantastic. But unfortunately, she's a little sleepy. She woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and couldn't get back to sleep. So
It's one of those days.
yeah, so
I mean, everybody needs
insomnia.
to sleep.
Yeah.
So very well deserved. She works hard. So
she works hard.
plus you guys
plays
got
hard.
to get all that preparation
She's-
for the trip, right?
Yeah,
For
so
the
yeah,
little vacation,
little
coming
mini
up?
vacay. We've also got some stuff coming up. We're working. We have Sunday. Jeff is off this weekend. This Sunday.
Sunday Jeff is not here on
Sunday. I know. What is this world coming to? So it's going to be Sunday Mike and Sunday Julia this Sunday. New Year's Eve.
I might have to come in and say hello.
Cool.
To see this historic event.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, it's
I will not be doing anything on New Year's because I have work the following day at
Yes,
8 a.m.
Oh my God, that sucks.
Yeah.
Why? What are you doing?
I'm doing. I have a video gig that my buddy had hooked me up with, which I very much appreciate because
Oh, very cool.
it'll pay my car bill for the month.
Very nice.
But at the same time, there goes any plans for New Year's.
Oh my God.
But you know
yeah.
what? That's fine. I mean, I like the idea that I'll be ringing in the New Year working.
Yeah, and who gives a shit if you're up at midnight?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been up for like 3 days straight. You know, I've been there, done that. I'd much rather be like, I'm getting me some sleep. I'm going to bed at 10.
To be fair, my perception of time is a little bit messed up because for the past couple of days, I have been working exclusively on Banjo and Buckshot's
Let's talk
Christmas.
about that for a second.
Yeah, so yesterday, as of noon, 12:30,
Yes.
the special is pretty much done.
Damn.
Now it is just a matter of just refinement, adding miscellaneous sound effects here and there. Fine tuning.
Excellent.
I'm giving myself 1 day to just look back and be like, all right, do I need to go reshoot anything? And if not, it's going to be out this Saturday.
I'm here. I'm
2
here if you need
p.m.
anything.
I'm very much appreciative as
I'm here.
always.
You need me to
And here's
read
a
you some
little
lines?
here's a little poster we made up for Banjo and Buckshot's Christmas time caper. I am very excited for people to see this. This
Yeah.
was very, very fun to make and a fun little medium to have fun in. GTA stuff it's difficult, but when you put the time into it, you can make some really cool stuff.
Very
Your
cool.
character is definitely one of my favorites, as I said before.
Thank you.
But watching the performance be married to the visual, yeah.
Awesome.
Sheriff Sonny T. Justice is one of my favorites.
Awesome.
He's gonna be coming back. But yeah, because of that though, I've been pulling a lot of all-nighters. I did less though since the last time we've seen each
Yes.
other.
So you
So,
look a little more rested.
Yeah, very much so.
So that's good.
But definitely since we're in the home stretch, I've been putting in a little bit more time into it. But it'll be out this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube channel, Arcade Productions. And then afterwards, probably going to do a live stream with the U.S. Comic Book Company
Very
boys to
cool.
come talk about it. So if you actually want to jump on, you're more than welcome.
Sure.
Um,
Do you do the whole like you ever see a lion stretching before it takes down a gazelle? No. In that home stretch, you got to go and do it.
Yeah.
What do you think? The beard's back.
Yeah, I was actually I wanted to point it out when we were talking at the counter. I was like, it's coming back. It's looking good. It's looking good.
Yeah.
I gotta get
Actually,
mine.
I'm gonna keep it this length.
Okay.
I'm not going.
You're not going full on Santa Claus ever again?
No. That was just awful. I mean,
Can you do like Santa? Can you go full
I
on?
could if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna.
No, because
Too
first
much
off,
work.
it's gross to me.
Really?
That's gross.
Oh yeah, it is a lot of facial hair.
Yeah, that's. I
After
mean,
a while,
once you get like crumbs in your hair and you have to like comb it out, that's gross. There's that's
it is a particular level of weirdness.
it's akin to having somebody on your back picking nits off. So
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
that's quite strange. I like where my beard is at, but I do got to get it like touched up a
Yeah.
little bit. I do
Well, I
definitely
like
need a
having-
haircut because
Yeah.
I'm looking like Jimmy Neutron today.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, no, I'm digging the beard, man.
Thank
A most welcome return. I wish I could grow like one of those though. Like it'd be cool just to have it, just even for just once,
just for like a day.
just for a day. Just
But
the
you'll look-
full.
You want to be like a hillbilly for
Could
a day.
I rock that look though? I think I could like a full.
What do you think, folks?
Let us
Talk
know
about
in the comments. Can I rock a full-on beard? How's everybody doing today, though? Let us know in the comments. Are you guys excited for the new year? How was your week, Mike? I know you told me it was a week.
Busy. It's been very busy here. It's great. I love it. And a lot of kids out of school, so they're coming in here spending their Christmas money on
Awesome comic books.
on comic books and penny candies. I'm sorry, that was a really
The
hard
comic man, the
Yeah.
comic man can.
Oh God, that shit I don't need. You know, let's get.
Can you
that.
imagine that if this was like the after school spot? Just a whole bunch of kids just flock in here.
Uh,
Comics.
actually, that'd be pretty cool. We used to do that. Red Bank was like the town because we
Really?
have. Because we had Red Bank Catholic in
Oh, it's
town,
right there.
and we would come in, and there was a McDonald's right like 5 doors down. It was the only McDonald's I've ever seen go out of business. Because they didn't. 2 things. They didn't have a drive-through.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that was so funny.
No, but it's the truth. But you'd have one kid go and get like an order of fries, and then like 50,000 kids hanging around them.
So you're selling one fry when
Yeah.
you're really feeding like
Yeah.
50 people.
And they're like, "What's going on here?" Yeah, and I have no idea where
it's
the
why
back-
malls are dying out because all the kids will go hang out there but not spend a goddamn dime.
I know they should spend some dimes, is what they should spend. But no, the Red Bank was the place to be. Mr. Pizza Slice, he hated Steve, the original owner, just hated like the people who came in and messed up his place.
I will say, I think he would hate this generation is a little bit more. I think you guys in the past were a little bit better.
I think he hated us all equally.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I only in the sense of I've seen these current crop of monsters,
Yes.
and
Okay,
and,
that's fine.
and it's just who put something in the water
I don't know.
is crazy in these streets. So I'm just like,
Yeah, and I mean, there was like so much to do in town back. There was an Army Navy store across the street.
Was it really?
There was, yeah. Weird. I mean, not that I'd go in there and buy a used howitzer or anything, but
There was
I'm sure
also another Jay Silent Bob's on the Mama Street, but you guys moved over here.
well, that was way that was
what was the original store?
it was Comixology.
Comixology. And then
Comixology.
Kevin bought that. turned it
Yes,
into-
from Steve.
and then
This is a Steve Dave, but his name was Steve.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
that became Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash with the famous mural by
He-
one Scott Mosier.
Yes.
Ah.
I also I have a picture. Steve came in.
Did he really?
Yeah. He was back over here visiting family from Thailand or Taiwan or wherever he ended up. I forget where he went. But yeah, he was here, and I took a picture with him.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was actually really funny because they sent it to Kevin. I'm like, "Hey, recognize him?" He's like, "Holy fucking shit!" I was like, "Yep."
I've come to love those reactions from Kev. Like
Oh, yeah.
whenever I get to see them happen when someone like he hasn't seen in a million years
Yeah.
is at an
It's like,
event.
"Holy shit!" And
Yeah.
like literal dumbfoundedness.
There
It's
were-
like,
we
what?
were one of the Smod Castle shows. I think like the child of someone who was in Clerks had showed up, but
Mhm.
then I think their dad who was in the movie did show up, and he was like, "Oh my god, I haven't seen you," and just was talking to them like there was no audience.
Yeah,
there.
exactly. That's, no,
Like,
are you kidding? That's
Not forget all you people.
yeah.
How are you?
That's one of the charms of Kevin because you're sitting there going, "Holy fuck!" Because you're like sitting there going, "Wow, this is like you're watching tennis." You're like,
Yeah.
what do you say to that? And what, really? You're gonna let
Oh,
him get
I
away with
love it. It's not
Oh,
a complaint.
no.
I think it's one of
No,
the
no, no,
coolest
no.
things
I don't
ever.
think anybody complains about that. I think they're
If they
they're-
do, take it up
they're-
with the complaints
yeah,
department.
seriously.
It's my local trash can.
yeah, or right here. It's you sit right here and spin. So that's
good for you if you're into that. I'm good. I'd send them straight to the trash can. But no.
I'll wear gloves. I mean, come on. it's just, but that to me is like, yeah, that's awesome. And
We got our first landfill comment of the day.
okay,
I see a huge corporate crossover with McDonald's in your upcoming film. For a limited time only, the land fillet of fish sandwich.
land fillet of fish salmon. Oh my god, I would do that. Landfill of fish. Oh my god, that's great. I love that.
Land fillet of fish. I adore that more than I actually should. Like I love that.
Land
Our new
fillet
lore
of
with our
fish.
co-writer Silver
Oh my
Knight
God.
Kyle.
Can we do that? Can I give you a culinary
Go for it.
institute? Okay, this is a story. So we had a class up at Culinary Institute of America. We're going back like a million years, folks. But it was called Menus and Layouts. That was the class.
Okay.
So we had to build a menu, figure out how much it would cost,
To actually like put the stuff on the menu?
Yeah. So we would have to make our menu, breakdowns of how much all the stuff costs, make our dining rooms. We would have to do the layouts. You had this
that's
whole
so
thing.
cool. So basically just create a restaurant.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
essentially
that's-
what it is. It was,
cool
it was
as hell.
called, just, so we're doing that. And I'm with these guys and they all want to do a fucking country club. And I'm thrown into this, grouping of guys
Who want a country
who
club.
want to do a country club restaurant. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And now our teacher, and he hated my guts because he came to class like drunk twice. So,
I'll do it.
dude, in my defense, I hadn't gone to sleep from the night before. So it's not like I was drinking right before class.
It's just you're seeing the remnants of the night
Yes,
before.
I came to class drunk. I tried to get some sleep, but I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So
But I'm here.
I
Like,
was
is attendance not a thing?
I was here, and who's here? And it's not like I was like playing with knives. Or,
No.
If I was in a kitchen, that would have been a different story.
You're just
However,
sitting there
Yeah,
kind of wobbly.
like
and
every one of these, and
he's just got a problem with some motion, apparently. So, like, I guess he had some sort of motion sickness.
yeah,
thing that you were
that's
just
what it
giving
was.
him.
I'm like, whoa. So, but I asked him. I went up to him, and I'm like, look, this is not working with my group. Could I do this by myself? And he's like, absolutely not. He's like, the amount of work that it'll take you to do this is numbing. And you couldn't handle it anyway. You're fucking drunk.
Group project.
It had to be a group project. Now I'm like, son of a bitch, because I wanted to do, and this guy, one of his favorite foods were hush puppies, and he told us that. And people are trying to fucking shoehorn hush puppies into
everything
Well, everyone's trying to make a fine dining restaurant.
with hush puppies.
Well, they're trying to make a fine dining restaurant and shoehorn the hush puppies in there. And I was like, fucking A, let's do this. Let's make a fast food restaurant. I think it'd be really cool. And we can make a really kick-ass menu. And it's, make it a fast food. And damn, I know I could have done that. And my teacher was a pain in the ass for not letting me do that by myself.
Why not?
Should have let me do it by myself. You could have failed my ass.
Whoever's got a DeLorean
He gave
that
me
actually works.
He
let us
gave me a
know.
D.
Give you a D.
He gave me a D because, showing up to class drunk twice.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll help.
Yeah, that was the sister class to that was wines and spirits.
Okay.
So
So you love that class.
that one we actually left class drunk. Because
So
we would.
you were
we
just
did.
like, this is the best school ever.
I know. It's like, wow. I got to drink what the fuck, absinthe for the first time there, and wormwood.
the fuck is wormwood?
Wormwood is like the next best thing to pure grain alcohol. Wormwood is distilled and it's like grappa, like ouzo. No, not ouzo, grappa and wormwood.
Do people
and
who hate
it's Greek.
Do people who hate themselves drink this stuff? Like, did they just like
What do you think an alcoholic is? We hate ourselves. Holy shit,
more so than usual? Because I
punishing
know
ourselves.
because
Oh,
that
my
shit
God.
will just fucking rock your gut.
So, but I had this entire thing, and I was gonna go out and steal a bunch of like McDonald's trays and grab.
You had a plan.
I did.
You
I had a
whole
plan.
heist plan.
No, well, I was just gonna grab a couple of the trays, but I was
Yeah.
gonna make it like have the tray and then make stickers, for the non-biodegradable containers back in the 90s, 1991.
Okay.
So I was gonna like do it all up and have like the menu. No arches. Arcs.
What was the place going to be called?
Don't know. That would have been something that I would have had to like.
I do think I will say I offer the name Zappos.
Zappos.
Zappos
Zappos
Burgers
or Zappers.
Zappers Burgers and Fries.
Yeah, Zappers Burgers, Zappers Hot Dogs. How about Zappers Comfort Food?
Zappers Comfort
Yeah,
Food.
there you go.
I like that.
There you go.
Hey, if anybody's a restaurant investor,
Hey, if you're a restaurant investor, I've also got the Red Lobster down in Ocean on 35 went out of business.
so you got a place.
No, we got a place, but I'm thinking, you know, it'd be really cool there if we did a place called like Mayberries. It's like a Cracker Barrel, but so much better, like Mayberries. And then you got you got a barber chair. Floyd's barber.
You don't got to explain nothing. The minute you said Mayberry, I was on board. That's awesome.
Fried chicken, apple pie, world's best roast beef. You know, with fresh horseradish on it. I'm telling you, just
you know, with fictitious restaurants, like this is gonna sound so wild. Like I never had the I never had the urge to be like, I want to open like that one day. Like it hasn't hit me yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one day, like when I'm big and famous and I put you in Star Trek.
Yes.
Then I'll
Strange
be
New
like,
Worlds. Yes.
Yeah. Then I'll be like, hey, listen, with this Star Trek money, let's go start our Star Trek burgers and fries.
Oh yeah. Let's start Mayberries.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Mayberries. But there's one business recently where I was like, can you imagine if they actually turned that into a chain? And I thought that it would be like a really cool, almost a self-parody of it, because it already is, but to make real life Freddy Fazbear's pizzas from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
But like, here's the thing. You really have to dedicate to the bit. So when the curtains close, the robots come out. So like they'll walk around and
so if you're not eating, they'll like smack you upside the head.
They'll try and scare you. But like I think like the idea of oh my God. I think the idea of them being legit places you could go to would be so fucking cool, especially in an age now where like people are feeling appreciative of Chuck E. Cheese again. But to go to a place that almost parodies it and scares you while you have fun and entertainment.
That would be really, really cool.
I think so too. Like, you know who I actually wanted to talk to this idea about with, if you're watching this, dude, awesome. If not, no worries. Derek, hit me up. We got a pop-up idea.
There you go. Derek, yeah.
Yeah, no,
and Mayberries, buddy.
Mayberries.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
Wait, there is something similar. Well, not necessarily its own restaurant, but I know that there's a town. I'm just blanking on the name. That very much. It might actually be the real Mayberry, but they celebrate the Andy Griffith Show. Like it's like the real, like they have, like I think they have some of the props on display.
Cool. Why wouldn't you?
They have like, I think a whole weekend dedicated
like
to
in North Carolina or South Carolina.
It's one of the Carolinas.
It's the Carolinas.
It's really, really cool. I got to find that out for you. But I think that'd be really. Wait, Mayberry Cafe, Plainfield, Indiana. That might be what I'm.
Is that what it is? That's weird because I would hope that they would be doing it down in the Carolinas, though, where
that might
it's
be
set.
it.
But
I don't. Hey, listen. It was also, wasn't it shot in California? It wasn't actually set. It wasn't
probably because I don't think Ron Howard moved out to North Carolina for that. Nah.
Someone had asked a pretty appropriate question because this is our last show of the new year, because we're going into, holy crap, 2024.
I know, right?
That boggles the mind. But Christopher Hugh wanted to know, what was your favorite comic book of 2023? And if you had to, you could narrow it down to maybe 3 if it's too hard to pick. I can understand that.
I will tell you my favorite run of 2023, and there's a couple things that are still going. So Nightwing.
Yeah. You've been praising the hell out of this. I love
Nightwing. Tom Taylor's run on Nightwing has been phenomenal with Bruno Redondo.
It is Mount Airy. It's Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Oh, there you go.
Continue.
Thank you. What else have I liked? Something Epic by Simon Kruger. I wish I could pronounce your last name, Simon, but you're awesome. Something Epic is really, really cool. Let me think about something Marvel based. What have I been reading from Marvel? I've been digging the dawn of the DC universe, the dawn of DC, that they've been like pumping stuff out, like Jake Garrick Flash. The Justice Society finally came back.
Would you put Beast World up there?
Beast World, yes, absolutely, because Tom Taylor, and it is Titans and Nightwing are side by side.
Yeah,
they go hand in hand. So that's like really, really cool.
I mean, Titans is the learning path for Nightwing, no? Because he came into it as Robin. And well, I mean, aside from Batman, allowed a space for him to work with others to become Nightwing.
Right. And Mark Waid's World's Finest has been really, really, really good. And oh my God, I've been digging the Fall of X storyline because I thought that something was going to go wrong there, where you've got the X-Men and all mutants. They've got their own little island and, you know, they're separate from humanity and something has to bring them down. And it's Orcus. And that to me is like the dystopian universe, you know.
The bad timeline.
Yeah, that's the worst timeline. The darkest timeline is right there. So, yeah.
You're a mutant, go live on the island. What?
Yes. And Avengers Inc. has been very good as well.
Which one is Avengers
Inc.? That's Janet Van Dyne. She meets Vic Shade, who we're trying to figure out who he is, but it's only a 5-issue.
Oh,
Vic Shade was a former alias of.
Is there a hardcover of it yet?
It's still going. So
sweet.
As soon as number 5 drops, I think that's it. So they'll do something as far as probably a trade paperback. But what are you going to do? Also, the Universal Dracula.
That's right. There is the Dracula
has been really good.
Wait, hasn't there been a couple of Universal monsters, or is it just Dracula?
Just Dracula for now. I'm sure they're going to be doing more.
Wasn't there a Frankenstein book you had recommended like a couple of months ago?
Frankenstein? Was it Frankenstein? It might have been just the.
It might have just been Dracula then.
Yeah.
Yeah. My apologies.
Sorry.
No, I just I hope that comic books continue in that lineage of like just tapping into like old school Universal monsters again, because I want those characters to come back.
They're awesome.
Anything. Like they just re-announced the Invisible Man movie, the new Invisible Man movie. No, Wolfman.
Okay,
Wolfman.
It's not Kevin Bacon, right? And this one's not Jack Nicholson.
Not Hollow Man.
Okay,
not that bullshit. Okay, I like that movie, but still, it's not Hollow Man. It's Three Stooges.
Oh, Three Stooges.
That's the title, because there was the list of the meats.
Yes, that's right.
That's what I was thinking of.
But yeah, I didn't pick that one out. So
no, understood.
Three Stooges meet Cthulhu. That was funny, dorky, but funny. I
still think that's such a funny comic idea. Like just meets like the old school new Scooby-Doo movies.
So you and I are going to be investing in Mayberries.
In Mayberries, weird fast food joints, and freaky comic books.
All right, Mayberry, and we have to steal from, God damn it, from Cracker Barrel, and we have to have our own little gift shop in the front.
Well, of course.
Yeah,
got to sell the merchandise
over by the toilet. Yeah. Because that's how you get there.
Well, yeah, no, of course. Yeah. We were having a very interesting conversation before this show started, too, that I want to get the people involved in. And it was the idea of if you got to work, or at least put yourself in one of your favorite TV shows, what would it be? And you, from the jump, were probably on the same page as me. I would enjoy this as well. But Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Oh, my God,
the idea that you had presented me with putting you as a Starfleet teacher, in that world makes a whole bunch of sense, and I love that idea.
Yes, and it's not just a teacher, but you once served on a starship, on actually the Starship Enterprise, and all right, should I throw it out to them?
Go for it.
All right, so here it is. Here's the pitch to anyone who's listening.
We know you're listening, Alex Kurtzman.
That's right.
Kurtzman, I know you're listening. Come on. Here's our pitch.
Akiva Goldsmith.
Yep. They're all listening. They all watch.
They are. Eugene Roddenberry, your father would be very disappointed if you didn't listen to me. So the number one for Captain Robert April the captain of the Starship Enterprise when it was first commissioned.
Yes.
The NCC or the USS NCC 1701.
Mhm.
So that designation class, I think it was are they the Galaxy class or the Constellation class, whichever one it is. But
Why do I know that? I think it's. I think it's
Constellation because Galaxy class was the NCC 1701 D, the next gen. That's Galaxy class.
Wow, I've become. Why am I I'm really starting to pick up on this.
Yeah, I know.
That's really fun. Anyway, continue. So
Robert April, who the Enterprise was the very first starship under Jonathan Archer.
Okay.
And his crew, and they went out and they boldly went where no one went before. And then you had Robert April, who, like, I think it was like 70 years later, 60 years later, they developed a new class of starship, which was the NCC, and he was the very first captain of that class.
Okay.
And he went out there, and we don't know anything about him. Same thing, we know very little about Pike, or knew very little about Pike, because we knew that Spock was a science officer, but that's about it.
This is why Strange New Worlds is dope, because it's filling in some of these gaps that we've yet to see.
Yeah, and
some of them.
And one of and a couple of things that we knew from that time was just from the Menagerie and the cage, the two-parter that they had on, and the pilot episode. So you knew that Pike was pretty badass. You know that he could have been an Orion slave trader. He could have also
talk about that detail.
Yeah, he could have. Well, when he said, what am I going to do when he went to his doctor and they were drinking, he said, "Damn right, I'm tired, real tired."
So now, with this hypothetical episode of Star Trek,
yes,
you would be playing.
I would be playing Robert April's number one, his XO, and you find out that, and I'd be teaching at Starfleet Academy.
You were part of Starfleet, but never left the stars.
Well,
left for the stars.
I did, but then I came back and I had my ass parked in a teaching chair. And why wasn't I picked to be captain of
the next big ship?
Yeah, no, why wasn't I picked to be captain of the Enterprise? Once April got his commission as an admiral, because at this time, age doesn't really matter. It's not about age. It's about experience. And you need an experienced.
The more you experience, the more likely you are to rise through the ranks.
Exactly. And be as good as you can be. But, at the end of that, Pike gets his commission. He becomes a captain and he brings on a whole new crew. And I'm like, what the fuck? When's it's APSEC's turn?
When's it your turn?
What about me, Robert April? But he was handpicked.
Yeah, but I love the idea of this hypothetical character being someone that, despite seeming like they are, like, that they have this past, they're definitely teaching the recruits and some of the better pilots and are coming out of that class.
And that's exactly right. I would be I would have been Ortega's.
Yeah, you would have been like the best fucking teacher.
She would have been my star pupil, and she's on the flagship of the line. So you're like, holy shit, she's.
So you feel like immense pride, but I think that it would be one of the ideas.
But there's some bitter, he's trying not. The character's trying not to be bitter, but because he's helping make Starfleet better.
I think it's a really interesting character idea. And then the idea that I threw at you was the idea that because Pike is leading towards the legacy that we know him as, where he's all beepy.
Yeah, right.
It was the idea that he is, at least the idea was that he was disabled from a point down. But it was like an omen almost, because we're at the point in the timeline where he knows what's happening towards him, because if you're not watching the show, you fucking should be.
Yeah, seriously.
He knows what's going to happen to him, but along the way he's getting like weird indications towards it happening. Like it's like, oh, remember this is coming for you.
Yeah.
And when he sees that, it's just very strange.
Yeah.
But it's still this this really cool companion piece with them basically almost becoming friends again. Because it's like you got passed over, but you don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, while you were on the ground, you just saved their ass in the midst of an adventure. So I'm all about this Star Trek episode.
Oh yeah,
I think that this would be fucking cool, and I like the idea of this character. And I think we got some cool suggestions in the comments too. I gotta say, where was it? Lucifer was definitely a show that I think would have been fun to be on.
Oh, Lucifer is pretty badass. You were talking about Supernatural.
I would have loved to have been on Supernatural, and my role was kind of silly, but I don't care. I basically wanted to be George Barris if I was in the Supernatural universe.
Gotcha. You wanted to be like babies.
Yeah, I wanted to work on the car.
Actually, how cool would this have been? You were like a child prodigy, and John Winchester brought baby to you to get outfitted. You're the only person he really trusted besides himself or Dean to work on that car. And Dean never got to meet you.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Dean never got to meet you until
I get to play younger me, but then someone cooler and established comes in as a guest star to play older me.
I think we just age you up. How about that?
You want to age me up? You want to put me in the...
I want to age you up. Because
that's the twist of the episode. I don't age at all. I'm a creature.
Oh, how about no? You're not a creature. You're one of the prophets. You're one of the prophets. Buddy.
Oh,
you're a prophet. You're a mechanical. You're a mechanical.
I could speak to the cars.
Yes,
I'm the Lorax for the cars.
That's awesome.
Yes.
You're a mechapath.
Did you just come up with that?
No.
I've
thought of that a couple times.
Mechapath. I like that.
Yes.
I'm a mechapath. And I don't age for some reason. Somehow becoming a mechapath just kind of stunts your aging. I'm stuck looking like 28-year-old Christian Cortez for the entirety of this episode of Hypothetical Supernatural. I am in for this. This is so yes. Okay, so you write my Supernatural episode, I'll write your Star Trek episode.
Damn straight I will.
We'll convene and make sure.
Stuart Greenberg asks, how did I do on the Kobayashi Maru? Went out with a blaze of glory, Stu. I took everyone down with me.
What is
everyone?
That? What is the Kobayashi Maru?
Oh my God. No. Don't tell me you don't know what the Kobayashi Maru is.
Am I just outing myself on the show right now?
Oh, the Kobayashi Maru. You know what? This is why I'm here.
Oh no!
This is why. This is awesome. No, this is really cool.
Okay.
Kobayashi Maru is the no-win scenario in Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan.
Oh my God! That's why, because I haven't seen that movie in like 15 years.
Cool.
Now I get to watch.
Yes, Kobayashi Maru is the no-win scenario.
Okay.
Where it tests every potential captain's mettle.
Okay.
METTLE,
so we
not
introduce
ME.
that again in your hypothetical episode, or bring it back? Has it been reintroduced since?
A bunch of times, but it was in the Pine Star Trek.
Okay.
Where you actually in
JJ's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where he got bitch slapped for cheating. Whereas in Kirk's in the original timeline, Kirk got a commendation for cheating. Which is fucking awesome.
I did not realize that was a lineage thing.
I'm
of like past Star Trek shows.
That's
the things that kind of slip by me sometimes.
But
so I don't pick up on the little things like that.
Okay.
And I apologize, guys.
No, that's all right. But in theory, it could have been a Spock thing because Spock was one of the creators of the Kobayashi Maru in the Pine timeline, in the Kelvin timeline, I should say. Because he said,
that is the hypothetical timeline because it is already altered. So why not? Oh, because that's really interesting. Because Strange New Worlds is technically in the original timeline.
It is, yes,
but we're still playing like new things with it.
Well, we are because there's nobody's seen a Gorn, and until theoretically Kirk sees a Gorn.
Shit.
However, so we've got some shit going on because Discovery messed up the timeline, and because
Did it mess it up that badly? Like,
Oh.
are we still feeling ramifications?
we're feeling ramifications from Star Trek Enterprise. I mean, we're talking the Scott
'Cause that's
Bakula
Scott's
TV show.
show, yeah.
We're feeling because there's a temporal Cold War,
Okay.
and Khan was supposed to be conquering Earth around 1992 or
That's
94.
right. So there are some
So,
timeline things that do not.
So it's skipped, and in Strange New Worlds they also skipped. And when Leon went back in time,
And was dealing with those.
it was
ramifications,
2023.
And they were trying to figure out what the fuck was going on, and they
It's-
had questions.
that goes back to Star Trek Enterprise, which is, and anybody who is not conversant in
I will
the
say
language of nerdy,
That's some Doctor Who level fuckery. Like
I'm telling you,
they'll fix continuity issues from like 30 years ago.
that's
Like,
what
that's what I love.
that's what
when
this did,
happens.
and it's amazing.
I lost geek points. Shut the fuck up. No, I haven't. Just because I just this one fucking thing.
There you go.
This is episode 61 of this show, and I've been going strong. I don't know one fucking thing about Star Trek, and then y'all are like, cry me a fucking river. Listen. This type of
Yes.
stuff is like
Box was a mecha path.
this. Yeah, this is like one of those things where it's like, oh, okay. And I think that my enjoyment of Star Trek has definitely slowly improved
It's blossomed.
over time.
It's
Yeah.
blossomed over the past
definitely-
year.
Well, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
opened up again with fucking Strange New Worlds.
Of course. Well,
fucking,
Discovery.
Well, Discovery, but Discovery had that weird it was like a roller coaster. It was going great, and then just for whatever reason, a roller
That's
coaster that just went straight down.
That's why I said only watch the first 2 seasons.
Yeah,
Why don't
exactly.
people listen to me?
No, I did, but that was the thing where it was like, well, it's still a TV show that I would like to it's like you still want to know because like they're coming up with adventures that are still having impact, because then I don't want another TV show to come out somehow after Discovery and then they do something in it where it's like, oh, I fucking missed it because
You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about that.
See, that's the thing. So that's the nerdiness of my.
I got you. You don't have to worry about that. You're good.
Just bring in some whales and that will fix everything.
Damn straight. Damn straight. That's right.
Yeah, let's go back to San Francisco again. Back in the day to go save more whales.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Sure. We'll grab a Russian and go on to a.
What was your just because we're very much on Star Trek today? What was your favorite theatrical Star Trek experience? Like, do you remember going to see these movies in theaters?
Oh yeah. I didn't see Star Trek 1 or 2 in the movie theaters.
Mhm.
I didn't like it. I think I told you I didn't get into Star Trek until
way later in life.
I hit high school.
Yeah.
Like 16 years old. And then once I went to college and smoked pot, holy shit, that stuff made it.
Listen,
everything
to be
made
fair, 'cause
sense.
Star Trek made you think more
Yeah.
than the other.
Of course.
I mean, science fiction usually does, but like
Star Trek more so than anything else,
Yeah.
because
they were reflectant of our society a little bit more.
right. And you brought up a great point the other before we went on. You said you love yourself some Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone, which heavy on the science fiction aspect, were social commentaries. It was all
Are you
social
serious? Yeah.
everything there, but it filtered it through a lens of well, this is happening in the slightly distant future.
Okay.
In the not too distant future, this is what's happening. You are obsolete. You've got the obsolete man. You've got all this crap going on. You've got, Adam and Eve at the end of the nuclear war. Remember that Charles Bronson and Elizabeth
Yup.
Montgomery one? You've got
This is. Oh, by the way, you told me today it's Rod's birthday today.
Rod Serling's birthday. Happy birthday,
birthday,
Rod
sir.
Serling. The most angry man in show business still to this day, I believe, which is awesome. He has, his screenplay for Planet of the Apes He wrote the screenplay for
Mhm.
Planet of the Apes. It was mostly
original.
tossed out. Yeah. Well, the movie
Yeah.
too expensive to make because he wanted
For
for
1960s.
for 1960, yeah, 1967, 1968. The fucking suits have been around, fucking things up forever. So,
That would
I'm sure Rod was like, "Fuck the suits."
because they've done it a couple of times. But can you imagine somebody digging that script out?
I
and
would love
trying
to see.
However, make it now.
They kept the ending.
They
One
did.
of the most
the well-known ending.
yes,
That's Rod.
yeah, that was Rod. The most critically acclaimed, one of the most critically acclaimed endings of a movie ever.
Yeah, because it was a surprise.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, like, I don't know if any of you have ever had a minute, but when you watch like movie trailers from the 60s and 70s up until the 80s, they give away the whole fucking movie. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Oh yeah,
They give away the whole fucking movie. And it was infuriating to me growing up learning about cinema and being like, oh, I'll go watch the trailer. And I go watch the trailer and it gives away the whole fucking thing. I'm like, I didn't need to see the movie.
yeah, I know. Like they give you the first 10 seconds, middle 10 seconds, and the last 10
They
seconds.
literally would show you the best bits.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
But even worse than they do now.
Oh yeah,
Now they just kind of misinform you.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Holy shit! I mean, they pretty much
They just
everything.
every fucking kill, everything.
Yeah,
They're
it's
just
like, oh my god,
hey,
poor
that
Tina.
character you saw, yeah, he's dead.
Poor Nick, he's dead. Johnny Depp.
You got
You're gonna-
no surprises.
You're gonna love Johnny Depp next year when he's on 21 Jump Street, but here he is dying in 4 million gallons of blood. Because they had that. They showed you the blood, like all the blood hitting the ceiling. You're like, it's a
well,
fucking
there goes
lot
that fucking
Yeah,
surprise.
that's a lot of blood. And I wonder whose bedroom that is. It's like, that's Johnny Depp's bedroom.
Yeah, but it's like that always bugged me. And this, like, I would love to see how that would be adapted now. Because do you remember when Spielberg tried to with one of Kubrick's stories, and it became AI. Kubrick had tried to, for a long time, basically make a Spielberg movie and didn't get a chance to do it. So Spielberg picked up the mantle and that project became AI.
Ugh.
I know not many people like that film, but I'm like, can you imagine digging out a lost Rod Sterling script?
Rod Sterling, yes.
Rod Sterling script,
Rod Sterling.
and then just being like, oh shit, let's make this now. Because listen, those themes, unfortunately, it's full circle.
And here's the thing. This is why we will never get to Star Trek future, because humanity will never stop being humanity. We will never stop being, because
Yeah, we won't stop humaning.
no, well, that's pretty much it, because we've, in the 24th century, we've moved beyond racism, beyond bigotry, beyond materialism. When the needs of everybody is catered, unfortunately, will man's desire to stretch himself be done too? I mean, are we gonna dump a load of water on that? I know.
When you really think about it, like Star Trek.
Thank you, John. We
represents-
do stink on ice. And yes, from what I understand, Rod Sterling's birthday was on the 24th.
Was it really?
Yeah, sorry
Oh,
about that.
sorry.
I'm a couple days past, but I'm going to look up Rod Sterling's birthday.
Still celebrating the dude.
I will
care.
celebrate all month long, motherfuckers. So anyway, his cause of
think-
death was the fucker was angry.
I think we have we have a shot of two societies: the artists and the critics. Oh wow, yeah, pretty much.
He was December 25th. I'm sorry. He
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. Good for him.
Wow.
Yeah.
The
All right.
world
So
gave us a gift.
So I'm like,
Thank you, Santa.
Yeah,
we get the Twilight Zone.
Damn straight, yeah. Even Santa's like, oh, ho, ho. You imagine it's Ed Norton
I
and
will.
Arcani.
I know-
There you go.
I know some people were very mixed on that new Twilight Zone with Jordan Peele, but I loved that episode when he showed up.
I'm telling you.
I thought it was so cool.
I'm telling
And
you,
I think
this-
he would have liked that stuff.
Yeah.
I think he would have oddly been into it. Like the idea of even after death, him still being able to appear in some way.
yes,
Not in a way where he didn't like, where it was disrespectful.
No.
But I think the way that they had done it was like, oh, that's
You don't think that Rod Serling's OnlyFans page would have been,
that's not something I need.
Okay.
To say. Nah, but let's not say we
All right,
did.
okay, I'm just asking. So,
Charlie Chaplin. Jesus, our comments.
he died, but
Charlie Chaplin died on Christmas too.
the
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh
Yeah, I
away.
know. It's like, all right, well,
Good
okay.
Lord.
He was old, and wasn't he stupping like a
Yeah,
18-year-old?
he was
He was a creeper.
he lived what well into his 90s or 70s. He was old.
He was very old. Yeah, and he was married to like a 12-year-old or something like that. A
Yeah,
little
he
bit of
had
a
very
pedo.
questionable
Yeah,
relationships with some people.
yeah.
But hey, I mean, that's a different. I don't even fucking.
No,
know how to-
it's
I don't
not.
even
It
know how
wasn't
to
a-
end that.
No,
That's
it's-
just, it's so fucking strange.
it is fucked up.
I will say though, I do love that his production lot that he built in Hollywood is now home to the Jim Henson Company. The old facility where he would make his
Mhm.
movies is where the Muppets live now.
That's
So-
nice. May I just say there's one thing? And this comes from his cause of death was a stroke. He died
Stop
on
knocking
25th of December, 1977 in Switzerland
Yeah, that's right, because he was
in his sleep.
'cause
Yeah,
he was,
at 88.
he was kicked out of the U.S.
Yes. On March 1st, 1978, his body was stolen by a small group of Swiss people. Why the fuck not? Because that's
What?
awesome. Yeah.
Charlie
Oh.
Chaplin got grave robbed.
Yeah. That's pretty fucked up.
Fucked.
That is very fucked up.
I'm listening with my new Raycon earbuds. I don't know why I find that comment so funny because we're not sponsored by them. But like, can you imagine
Sure,
if it
why
just
not?
led into?
That would be awesome.
And now we're sponsored by Raycon earbuds.
Raycon, when you want to listen to us, but
not when we're actually doing the show. When you want to listen to us later.
yeah.
Best Twilight Zone homage. Third Rock from the Sun. Shatner and Lithgow, who played some parts, talk about seeing something on the plane wing. Oh yeah, I did enjoy that show growing up. I always thought French Stewart was very funny. I liked when he played Inspector Gadget.
Third Rock from the Sun.
When I was a kid. Hey Mike,
Yes.
I see some comic books to your
You
side.
do. I was actually I wanted to see what the fuck his thing was. I
What,
wanna
this
say-
Charlie Chaplin grave robbing?
No, not the grave robbing. I want to find out who his spouse is.
He married a lot of people.
Una O'Neill, married 1943. So he wasn't. Maybe she was 12 when he did that. So, all right, let's do this.
It's time for some. All right, Mike, what you got?
I got comics.
You got comics.
I got comics. Come on, man.
You got 5 comics.
I do. I have top five, my top picks for this week. Dracula, issue 3 by James Tynion and Martin Simmons. This follows
Whoa.
the further adventures of Draculum, the Count Draculum, and it's in the.
What a very
How cool is it?
painterly art style.
This is amazing. It's very Ben Temple Smithy. Very cool. Very cool. Very and it's got
Whoa.
James Tynion has almost a Neil Gaiman-esque quality about this, especially in here. Follows the adventures of everybody, especially Renfield. Renfield is pretty much the star of this show.
Whoa.
And
I
this
agree,
is so
Charles. I'm looking at
atmospheric.
this. I'm like, every panel can be framed. That is
Yeah.
very accurate.
I
Holy
love this. And
shit.
check out.
Oh,
some of
that's
this stuff.
so cool.
He's got the page layouts in the back. Go ahead. I'll let you hold this. Take a look and hold that up.
Oh my god, that's so dope. So
Yeah.
that's how you would sketch out a.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is the geek in me. This
Yeah.
is fucking incredible. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
Shows how he does the panel
Shows
by
how
panel.
you do the sketch with the sketches. Renfield is a bug eater weirdo, but he's our bug eating weirdo.
That's true, Charlie.
Oh man, this is really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's
Is this just like praises about? Like,
Yeah,
is this
that's
just reviews.
Oh yeah, it's the mail, and that's something that not a lot of people do these days. It's they've got like Dracula's mailbag, or
I love that.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
well,
So
they
when
used to do that back
when
in
we
the-
do landfill. We need to do the land.
Yeah, we did that. They used to do that in the back of like the 60s, 70s, and
That's dope.
beautiful, right? That double
Wow.
page spread. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? I'm talking that's beauty.
That's beautiful.
Yes, sir.
All right, what you got next?
Now I am not a GI Joe guy,
This is what you led with today. Like you
but
told me
this
that.
was amazing. Duke #1. And I want you to understand that the contents of this booklet is confidential. The unauthorized disclosure of information within is prohibited.
Which means you
says
did
right there.
not hear this from
I'm-
us.
Yeah, you didn't hear this from me, but I mean, this is just, it's Joshua Williamson, who's been kicking ass over at DC. And this is his, he's doing some kick ass work here. And Tom Riley, I love the art in here. It's very simplistic, but it's very David Aja-esque or Aja-esque.
Mhm.
And it follows Duke's career. This is basically Duke's origin story. And we're seeing like how kick-ass the man is. So
Nice.
and
So
I'm
what
not a
drew-
G.I. Joe guy.
What drew you to the book? Was it the art this week, or was it
Um,
definitely just like was it a recommendation? Or
I love I'm judging a book by its cover. I love this cover. So I'm like, let me check this out. And there he is. And this is pretty badass. So, you gotta love it.
nice.
And next up is going to be there you go. Skybound.
I mean this in a
Ground.
wonderful way.
Cobra
Like,
Commando's next.
No. I mean it's better for sure.
It's very Kirby-esque. Very that cover is Kirby-esque.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Who's the authors? Or
This is
the writers?
Joshua Williamson.
Oh, Josh Williams.
Yeah.
Okay. What we got next?
Next up is Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. I know that you're gonna love this. Greg
What
Pak.
a name.
I know. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, but this is Gang War #1. And Machado, Kyle Machado, and Jim Campbell, color artist. And Greg Pak did the interiors of this. And the interiors, the wordsings.
Wordsings.
The wordsings.
The
And this
wordisms,
is-
the speakerisms.
This is amazing. There's a gang war going on in New York after the Kingpin was ousted.
When one falls
Yeah.
at the throne, another must.
Yeah, I
take
know.
his
Well,
place.
there's like 15. So they're all vying for.
Was this
um,
the Marvel book that you described to me as like a very much grounded in like the streets kind of problem?
Yes, the gang war.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's not a cosmic scale to it.
No, there's nothing
That's-
cosmic
I
about
love
this.
that. I love those.
I love that.
those-
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love me a Thanos
Mhm.
like great characters, but something that is local neighborhood Spider-Man kind of can deal with.
Oh hell yeah! This is,
Is-
and we've got. I mean, we've had a bunch of those, and then back when Civil War came out, and it was Cap's guys versus Iron Man's guys, and it was very it's street level, but it's very political.
Yeah.
We had a palate cleanser after that called Annihilation, which was amazing. It was actually going on concurrently, and Annihilation was out in the cosmos,
Mhm.
where the Nova Corps got destroyed, not decimated, destroyed. There was only like one left, and that was Rich Rider.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was the last of the Nova Corps, and it was pretty awesome.
That'd make a very dope lone survivor movie. That'd
That
be
would.
fucking awesome.
Pull that up.
This one?
Hi, Christopher. No, we shouldn't. Excellent. So this is just talking about Shang-Chi inherited his father's the 5-weapon society, and this little bit of his origin, and a little bit of Sun Tzu in here. It's pretty cool. So
I've definitely been recently made a fan of this character, but I will say I now can't help but chuckle every time I hear like the idea of the rings, because Chris
Mhm.
Abalo, guest on the show a couple of times, has referred to it as Shang-Chi and the Magic Donuts
Yeah,
on multiple
no,
occasions.
that's
I
pretty
can't,
good.
I can't help but like.
But they're
not-
bracelets. How about
Yeah,
let's call them bracelets instead of rings.
the
Um,
the brace.
But the actually, well, we're trying to shy away, and this is his father is now an amalgam of a few characters. One being Fu Manchu, who they cannot use
That's right.
For
'Cause
licensing. And also because of racism. I mean, that was
Well,
one of the worst characterizations.
mainly because of that,
Yes.
but then also on the side because of
licensing. Yes. And it's just boom.
This sounds kind of
So
crazy.
it-
There was a gang war back in the 80s with Daredevil
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Amazing Spider-Man. Interconnecting stories from different issues. This gang war era is
Yep.
going to be even better. Ah,
Yeah.
all right. The miniseries Penance. Restless was the best thing to come out of Civil War. Okay.
Sure, why not?
That's
I'll
a
buy
take.
that. I'll buy that.
And what you got next?
Next up is Green Lantern. Alan Scott, Green
Yeah.
Lantern, number 3 of 6. And this is the dawn of
Ooh.
DC. This is, he teams up with the Spectre.
The Spectre.
The Spectre.
Oh, the Spectre.
The Spectre.
Okay.
Spectre's, if you've ever watched Batman Brave and the Bold, the Spectre is a pretty badass. He's a badass character. So Alan Scott is a closeted gay man in the 1940s.
Mhm.
He doesn't ask for help well. And he's been chosen by the Green. The Green is essentially life. And red is also, it's the animal kingdom, but it's also anger.
It's a different way of being chosen to be a Green Lantern.
Uh,
This is like because usually the ring picks you, right?
But this was different.
Okay.
This is not from the Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Universe. Sorry, Marvel and DC. The Guardians of the Universe did not pick Alan Scott.
Hell of a crossover there.
And that would be great. But Jim Corrigan, his origin is he's the Spectre. Jim Corrigan was murdered, and he became the host, the physical host for the vengeance of God. That's what the Spectre is. He's very much old school, Old Testament, eye for an eye, all sorts
I don't
of
think
stuff.
they went into that part of him in the Batman Brave and the
They-
Bold
of course they
animated
did.
TV
They-
show.
They
a little bit.
shoulda. But the Spectre is he's a dude now, and now that he's grounded in with a human host,
Mhm.
he feels human emotions. So
So he's experiencing some
yes.
stuff again.
but he's also being compassionate.
Okay.
You know, he said, Alan Scott, there's nothing of you that is hidden from me. And he said, they're the small-minded people who think that the love you feel for your fellow man is somehow wrong in God's eyes, and that they are the ones who are wrong.
Isn't it crazy how someone who's perceived to have a lack of emotions comes in with one of the strongest things to say about
Damn straight.
the emotions?
Yep.
That's a wonderful statement.
Yes.
Oh man.
And my last one,
Is what?
it is Timeless.
Timeless.
Timeless, numero uno.
From
This is Marvel,
Ooh.
and I'm going to. I'm not going to give a lot away, but there's Jackson Lanzing and Colin Kelly and Juan Cabal. They do a phenomenal job with the storytelling in here. So we have the future of the Marvel Universe. Khonshu is coming. Khonshu is looking. That's Moon Knight. Khonshu is looking to make a snack of humanity. And Khonshu has a human host. I'm not going to tell you who it is. There he is. There's Khonshu. And he's going to be taken down by my man, Luke Cage.
So you use a fan.
I love me some Luke Cage.
Yeah, so you was into this book, I could tell.
Mhm.
Oh man, that's dope.
So this is just
Wait.
badass.
Old Luke Cage?
Very old Luke Cage. So he traveled through time, and now time is resetting itself.
Oh, that's cool.
That's badass.
Old. That's gonna be that's a fucking cool.
Yeah,
book.
but he goes up against the host of Khonshu, who you would not guess. Or you might.
Yes.
You might
Okay.
guess.
I gotta. So let me ask you this. Just because I'm in the midst of writing something with a buddy that actually is Marvel related.
Okay.
So what's a great? We're looking for a Marvel villain for this project, and we want to deal with someone who kind of revels in chaos, whether or not it's something that they can cause on a cosmic scale, kind of, or somebody kind of like Loki. But what other chaos ensuing Marvel villains are there that are more on the trickster kind of level, kind of things, where like they can alter reality a little bit? Someone maybe that like
Bad guy or good guy?
let's go bad guy.
Okay. You could do Proteus, who is the son of Moira McTaggart. Proteus, yes. And he was in X-Men 120, actually 122 to 129. Or 128.
He's an X-Men villain.
X-Men villain, yes.
Okay.
He can alter reality. In a localized field. Actually, most of these guys are going to be X-Men villains. I hate to tell you.
What do you mean hate? I love me some X-Men.
Jamie-
That's fucking dope.
Jamie Braddock, Captain Britain, and Psylocke's brother.
I was about to say, I know those names.
Yeah,
I know
you
those
do.
books.
Yeah.
Good
So,
reads.
yeah, Captain Britain, he pretty much,
I promise you guys I will explain the context one day,
all right.
but I will explain to you after the air. But
Okay.
you guys, when me and this buddy reveal this little project, I think you're gonna love what we did. It's gonna be really fun.
If you look at most supervillains, they try to create order out of chaos. So Doom would be like, you know what? You will bow to the will of Doom because fuck you, and because I want you to. Magneto's the same way. Bow before Magneto because fuck you.
Or I understand that aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking more for like loves to just fuck with people. Almost like I'm going to butcher his name, DC equivalent,
Mr. Mxyzptlk.
Yep, there
You go. All right.
I
cool.
will never attempt it. I'm sorry.
There's the Impossible Man, who is just like a dorky sort of, but he's not evil per
Okay.
se.
Okay.
But he's got sort of, he can turn into just about anything.
Okay.
He's almost like Plastic Man.
Okay.
So, which would be kind of cool. There's also Slapstick, who,
Slapstick.
yeah, Slapstick. Look up his stuff. Write him down. Look him up.
Slapstick. Well, from the
Slapstick.
name,
He's cartoon. Like all the cartoon physics revolve around him.
oh, that's dope. I would, hey, MCU, I encourage you, please try this character out, Slapstick. And
Yes.
that's Marvel.
Marvel. He's
Most excellent. Marvel. Proteus, you said?
Proteus.
Proteus.
Just fucking with people though. That's
It limits it a little bit, but like
Gotcha.
it'll make a little bit of sense when I explain it.
and the Molecule Man, because he can do that shit too.
Molecule. Okay. Mixel Pitlick. Okay.
Mxyzptlk.
Mixes Picklick.
Mxyzptlk.
Mixies Picklick. See, like
And if you want somebody, that's right. Silver Kyle's got it right. If you want someone who's just gonna fuck with people, it's the Purple Man.
Purple Man.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, David Tennant's character in Jessica Jones. Oh my God! Yeah.
But he just takes over people's minds. He can't mess with reality.
I mean, by messing with someone's mind and how they do something, you technically are.
Perceptions of reality, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, I appreciate the insight, boss. I think
Mxyzptlk, yes. Mxyzptlk. Yes, let's make his pit lick. That's right.
I'm not trying it, guys. It's not going to come out good. Mojo Joe. Because someone
Mojo.
commented Mojo.
Mojo, but
not
that was-
Mojo Jojo. Different character. I know that at least. Come on.
We're still doing more X-Men villains. Like Mojo is Marvel villain. So Spiral. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just, I promise, more context will be given later on. But regardless,
I get it next.
you
but you
Mike,
get it.
Mike gets all the sneak peeks. But thank you guys again for tuning into another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. This is the last one for this year,
Yeah.
which is, it is still boggling to me that next week will be 2024.
I know.
Are you really quoting my dad right now, Silver Knight Kyle? Reality used to be a friend of mine. Well, thank you very much.
That's sweet.
That's
actually
I'm
really
very
nice.
I was not expecting that, and I do dig that. That was
yeah.
cool as fuck. Good. Yeah, we're gonna
You
definitely
hit him in
take.
the feels, Kyle.
No, I'm not gonna
And,
sit here and be
no.
like, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, and the 24th, I'm doing Kyle's thing. And
that's right, the trivia.
yes. And people were going to be, yes, the trivia thing. What am I doing?
Do we have any stuff to promote for the new?
Let's promote Kevin's stuff over at the Smart Castle. Cinemas.
Guys, I don't know if you know this, but it has just been announced that all of the upcoming Smod Castle shows for the month of January are being filmed, because I don't know if you've seen the announcement, but Kevin is going to be making a new sizzle reel for a new TV show set at Smod Castle Cinemas. So if you're going to be there on the 6th, the 20th, the 28th, and I believe the 29th, there's events going on. But if you're going to be there, don't be surprised if you see cameras. We're going to be doing Smauctions first,
Yes.
which is going to be the auctioning off of a whole bunch of Kevin Smith memorabilia. So if you ever wanted a chance to own a piece of View Askew history, now is your chance. Then same night, we're doing a screening of Zack and Miri first.
Cool.
That'll be at 2:00, and then Smauctions will be at 7 o'clock. And then I'm actually just going to pull up the calendar, because I was riffing. I was doing pretty good, and now I'm like...
Something.
Now I'm just misremembering. The 20th, we're doing Clerks All Night 2. And if you don't know what the first Clerks All
Clerks
Night was...
open all night too. So
2. We're going to be showing all the Clerks movies back to back all night. And we're going to watch them in Smog Castle till the sun comes up.
and
So,
then did his breakfast promised.
bagels were promised last year, so I think we're doing it again.
All right, so bagels.
Bagels.
Just throwing bagels at
Yeah.
people.
And
No-
then the
no
next
cream
day,
cheese,
because
no nothing.
I didn't need any sleep, is Fat Man on Batman. We're
Returns.
watching
Batman Returns.
Batman Returns.
Batman on Batman Returns.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually a Fat Man on Batman
It
yet.
says Fat Man on Batman.
Well, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
the real show.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that's
No,
going to be.
I don't think it is, unless Mark's going to be out here. That'd be awesome.
That would be cool. But
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, to follow that up after Clerks All Night, I'm going to be sleeping in my car that night. Or I'm crashing at the Zap 6.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Doc's going to be my new best
fine.
friend.
There you are.
I guess we'll see y'all next year.
Yeah, we will.
Like
And
that
thank you so
corny
much,
ass
everybody. Thank you guys for being fans. We love you.
Big time.
You guys are awesome.
It has been wonderful to provide you some comic book nerdiness entertainment this year. And I am excited to see what nerdiness comes in 2024. So I will catch you guys in the new year. Take care. Goodbye. Good night.
See ya.
Hey kids, we're live at the Secret Stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian. It's a hella bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in, I assure you that we're open shoe polish on our signs, cause our locks are always broken.